Hey, good morning, church. As she had said, my name's Roy Feidt. Been coming here to Wrightsville Assembly of God for quite a few years now. Coming off of quite a few years of walking away from God. Turned my back on Him. Thought I could do things better myself. You ever been there? Thinking your way is a better way because it's easier? Well, my way wasn't a better way. It was a way that led to being addicted to alcohol and just going down a really dark path. Bad enough, I was doing it to myself. Then I met my wife and drug her along for that ride for way too many years. This testimony I'm going to give you here today is going back 6 years. This month is my 6th year sobriety. Thank you. Thank you. It was a long time coming. I'd spent many years just running away from God, and a night where I just drank too much, got blacked out drunk, couldn't control myself or the things I said, my actions, led me to get into an argument with my wife, which then led to me taking her wedding set off her finger and walking out the back door with it. I must have scared her enough because she didn't follow. She said, for the first time in our marriage, I was afraid of you. To this day, we have no idea what happened to that wedding set. But I knew that God showed me. The next day I had to go to work, so we didn't even get a chance to talk about the course of the evening. But I knew I had messed up because she wanted nothing to do with me in the morning. So I went to work. We didn't speak. Needless to say, she spent the day watching our wedding video because she wanted to remember the good. That was the grace of God, because I would not blame her if she would have walked away that day. No one should have to put up with that, being treated that way. But instead, God showed me that I was leading my family down a path that was going to end in disaster. We were going to get divorced. Our 3 children at the time would have just been a broken home. Would not have been the miracle that it is today. We now have 4 children. And through the grace, she decided to forgive me that day because I made a promise to her that I would never drink again. I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, sweetheart, but I swear I will never drink again. And like I said, today, this month, marks my 6 years of keeping to that commitment. First year, I did it alone. Didn't follow into God, didn't give Him the credit for saving me that day and giving me the wisdom to know that that was the course I had to take. But then, through His grace, He started to lead people of faith into my life to start pulling me back, to start bringing me home. And got tied in here with Wrightsville Assembly of God through the guidance of some really amazing people here in this congregation. My wife and I brought our 3 kiddos a couple years ago, and you guys have been so welcoming. We have a 12-year-old now who's nonverbal mentally handicapped and gets very excited to see some of your faces and likes to make some noises. And other congregations turn their back on us a little bit with that. They give you that side eye when he would get loud. It just makes you not feel very comfortable. But here at Wrightsville, you guys have just been amazing. The love and support that my family has gotten has led me down a path so close to God. Man, when something happens bad in my kids' lives, the first thing they want to do is pray. And I just thank God every day for that they believe that much in the power of prayer just because of what He's done in my life and our lives. So as I continued down this path, walking towards God, He had showed me that I've got to share what He did to me with others. And as hard as it is sometimes to talk about our darkest moments, it's so necessary because you don't know who it's going to help. One word could change that moment in that person's life to let them see the grace of God. And all it takes is one person to love on someone, to show them that they're worth more. And my wife did that for me, and I'm so grateful. Like I said, we have 4 kids now. Our youngest is 2, and I couldn't imagine life without him. He's just a ball of energy and crazy things, but he's just filled with so much excitement and brings a whole new light to our family. And I wouldn't have that if I would have stayed drinking and kept walking away from God. So I definitely cherish that as a gift from Him and the faithfulness that He has for us. We went through some pictures to try and put up on the board here as I went through them back in that time to where I was drinking, and each one of them was just a little fuzzy, where, because my hand wasn't steady enough to hold the camera, to take a good picture. And, you know, I look at that from a different perspective. That's how I saw my whole life, a little blurry. So turned it over to God. Let him hold the camera. And the picture that he takes today is just so beautiful and is a light in my life. And I want to share that light with other people. You know, I want other people to come and see that God can change you for the better, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're going through, whether it be an addiction to a substance or just sadness, depression. I came from a broken home. Parents got divorced when I was really young, which led me down a path of depression and destruction, to the point where my family fell apart. My parents and I, we don't speak much to this day, and neither do my sisters and I. However, I figured the best way to kind of validate myself was I'm going to join the Marine Corps, and, you know, maybe if I'm lucky, I could get myself shot. That's where my mind was at when I enlisted. I figured that was the most honorable way to kill myself, because I had nothing. I was hopeless. But through the grace of God, he didn't let me deploy. You know, he brought me home, you know, shortly after basic. So, and then shortly after that, he gave me my wife and a beautiful child, and then 2 more to follow, and then 1 more. And it's just been an amazing ride. And I'm so grateful for his miracle in my life and his love and consistency that never left me, even in the lowest portions of my valley. All I had to do was turn around and take his hand, and he led me out into this beautiful green pasture, to a whole new place. And I just appreciate that. Thank you guys so much.